Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolute.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So today we're heading into the brilliantly absurd world of,
Oh, this is a good one.
it is a good one, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams.
Classic.
Yes, it is a classic. We're going to be using excerpts from the audiobook and entries from the guide itself.
Okay.
And hopefully unpacking some of the most interesting, absurd, and surprisingly thought-provoking ideas in this book.
I think what's really interesting about this book is that it operates on multiple levels, right?
Yes.
So you have this hilarious space adventure, but then you have this, like, sharp satire of human nature,
Yes.
bureaucracy, and our search for meaning in a chaotic universe.
Yeah, and it all starts with the demolition of Earth.
Right out the gate.
Right. The Vogons just show up and...
Just another Tuesday?
Yeah, where they're like, we need to build a hyperspace bypass.
Yeah. Gotta get through.
So long, guys. Sorry.
See you later.
Yeah. And the Vogons are just this incredibly bureaucratic alien race.
Yeah, they embody everything that we hate about bureaucracy.
Yes.
Just like utter disregard for anything but their own rigid rules. The paperwork.
The paperwork.
Oh, and the poetry.
The poetry.
It's so bad.
And that's what's so funny about it, right? It's like Arthur Dent finds himself like, he's like, I need to survive this experience somehow.
Yeah, how do you get through it?
So it's like, I'm going to have to appreciate this poetry.
Find something.
Like to survive it.
It's like the absurdity of finding resilience in the face of awfulness.
Yes.
Like, bad poetry is the thing that gets you through.
But, it's not just like a random act of bureaucratic cruelty.
Oh, there's something deeper.
Yeah. We find out, this is all part of a bigger plan.
Orchestrated by...
By mice.
Mice.
These are no ordinary mice, right?
These are pan-dimensional beings.
Yeah.
They've been pulling the strings all along.
Makes you wonder, who's really in charge? Yeah. But before we get there, we have to talk about Arthur's escape.
The beginning.
Yeah. His friend, Ford Prefect, comes and gets him.
Saves him.
Because, turns out Ford is an alien researcher for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He's been stranded on Earth for 15 years researching humans for the guide.
Wow, dedicated.
Dedicated.
Takes his work seriously.
Exactly. And that's what's so important about the guide. One of the most important things in the entire universe.
What is it?
Is your towel.
A towel.
According to the guide, a towel is just about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have.
So it's more than just practical advice, it seems like.
It's like, if you have your towel,
yeah,
you're prepared.
You got it together.
It's almost like, a sign of your social status.
Like a status symbol.
Yeah, and I think that's something that Adams is, kind of subtly
poking fun at us,
right?
Yeah.
Like, we create these markers of significance out of thin air.
How?
But, okay, along with your towel, the babblefish.
Ah, the paddlefish.
Right, it's a universal translator.
In your ear.
Yeah, you stick it in your ear and suddenly...
You can understand anything.
It removes all these barriers.
Yeah.
And I love that because, it just opens up the possibility for connection, right?
Across all these different...
alien races.
Cultures, species, everything.
But then, we also have to talk about the infinite improbability drive.
This is a big one.
Well, this is a big one, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can travel anywhere in the universe instantaneously.
Okay, that's great. But there's got to be a catch.
But the side effects are unpredictable.
So unpredictable.
Yeah, and I think that's... Yeah.
So much chaos.
It's this reflection of this inherent chaos in the universe.
Yeah.
Right? Like anything can happen.
Because it operates outside of the laws of physics.
Yeah.
So you just get these really bizarre occurrences.
Like, Arthur and Ford being turned into a penguin in a sofa.
Just, another Tuesday.
Yeah, well, or the time.
Yeah.
The infinite improbability drive turns these nuclear missiles into...
What was it again?
A bowl of petunias.
Oh, yeah.
And a very surprised whale.
Of course.
And it's these moments of absurdity that just make this book so entertaining. But, I think they also serve a deeper purpose.
What do you mean?
I think Addict is using this absurdity to challenge our assumptions about reality.
Okay, yeah.
To make us question what we consider normal.
So, like, if anything is possible, what does that mean for us?
Exactly.
What does that mean for our place in the universe?
And this leads us to Magrathea.
Oh, Magrathea.
Which Ford initially dismisses as a myth.
A myth.
Yeah, he's like, it's just a story. But Magrathea is a planet that builds custom planets for the ultra-wealthy.
That is a niche market.
Right. But beyond that, I think it holds this crucial connection to Earth and the plan that those mice have.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because we find out that Magrathea is hidden inside this dark nebula.
It's hidden.
Yeah, and protected by this ancient defense system.
Ancient defense system.
Yeah, and nuclear missiles.
They take security seriously.
Seriously. But the fact that Earth was commissioned and paid for by those mice, who, as we know, are not what they seem,
Right.
makes you wonder what their ultimate goal is.
Mm-hmm. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why Earth?
What was so special about it?
Why a custom planet?
And what role does Arthur play in all of this?
Arthur, the last human
The last human.
to have been on Earth.
Yeah. It's a puzzle that I think will start to unravel as we go.
It only gets more fascinating
Yeah.
and more bizarre
Yeah.
from here.
But we'll have to wait until next time to continue that journey.
Can't wait.
See you then.
Okay.
Okay, so last time we were talking about this crazy revelation that Earth was
Oh, yeah.
commissioned by these beings disguised as mice.
Right.
Hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings.
It's a lot to take in.
It is a lot. And they had this very specific purpose for Earth.
Right?
Like, what was it about Earth that made it so special?
Well, it goes back to the ultimate question, right? The ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything.
Yes.
Deep Thought, the supercomputer, calculated the answer to be 42.
Right, but the answer is meaningless without the question.
You need both.
Yeah.
And that's where Earth comes in.
Okay.
Earth was designed to be a computer, a giant computer.
So Earth is like a giant organic computer
Essentially, yes.
to calculate the ultimate question.
Exactly.
Okay, but if Deep Thought was already a supercomputer, why not just have it calculate the question?
It turns out that even Deep Thought had its limits.
Okay.
Calculating the ultimate question was just beyond its capabilities.
So it needed something more complex.
It needed a system that could, like,
Yeah.
evolve and adapt, process information in a completely different way.
Okay, so that's why they created Earth.
A living, breathing computer.
But Earth got destroyed.
5 minutes before it could finish the job.
So is the question lost forever?
That's what everyone thinks.
Including the mice.
Even the mice.
So what are they going to do?
Well, they have this theory,
Right.
and it's a bit of a wild one.
I bet.
They believe that Arthur Dent, because he was on Earth right before it blew up,
Right.
might have the key to the question
In his head.
locked away in his subconscious.
So Arthur, our ordinary, towel-loving dude,
Could have the answer.
to the ultimate question.
It's the long shot.
It is a long shot.
But they're desperate.
I mean, they invested a lot in this, right?
Millions of years, tons of resources. They're not giving up now.
But how do they plan to get this question out of Arthur's head?
Well, before we get to the how, we have to remember how they meet these mice in the first place.
Okay.
Cephod Beeblebrox,
Ah, yes.
the two-headed
Right.
president of the galaxy.
Now, that's a character.
He rescues them from the Vogons.
Which is pretty lucky, I'd say.
Very lucky.
But then what?
Well, after a few misadventures,
I bet.
they crash land on Magrathea.
The planet that builds planets.
Right.
But Magrathea isn't exactly welcoming, is it?
Not really.
They have that lovely pre-recorded message.
Yeah, the planet is closed. Please go away or we will fire nuclear missiles at you.
Standard procedure, I guess.
It's all very polite, though.
Well, how do they survive that?
The infinite improbability drive, of course.
Right.
It turns the missiles into
What was it?
a bowl of petunias.
Right.
And a very surprised whale.
Classic.
Only in this book.
But, okay, they get inside Magrathea.
They do.
What's it like?
Well, imagine a planet-sized factory,
Hi.
but instead of building cars or gadgets,
Right.
they're building planets.
Custom designed planets.
For the ultra-wealthy.
Right.
We meet Slartibartfast, a Magrathian
Right.
who actually designed Earth's fjords.
He was in charge of fjords.
Apparently.
Right.
And he's been woken up after, like, 5 million years.
5 million years.
To oversee a very special project, Earth Mark II,
A second Earth.
a replacement Earth.
But why?
Well, the original Earth, as we know, didn't get to finish its job.
Of calculating the ultimate question.
Exactly.
But why build a new one? Why not just give up?
Well, these mice, they're not quitters.
They're determined.
They want to know the ultimate question.
Okay, so now we've got Earth Mark II under construction. The answer is 42. And Arthur, who might have the question.
All the pieces are there.
How does it all fit together?
That's the big question.
That is the question, literally.
But we'll have to wait until next time to find out.
Okay, so we've got Earth Mark II being built. The answer is 42. And Arthur might have the question in his head.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is. What do the mice do with all this?
Well, they're convinced Arthur's brain holds the key. Right.
Right. But how do they access it? They don't have mind-reading tech.
They don't, but they come up with a plan.
Which is
Scrabble.
a Scrabble set.
Yeah.
How is that going to unlock the secrets of the universe?
It's all about the subconscious.
Okay.
They think Arthur's subconscious is blocking the question, so they want him to select letters randomly.
So he'll spell it out without realizing it.
Exactly.
Seems like a long shot.
Maybe, but then again, this whole story is kind of a long shot.
True. We've got pan-dimensional mice, a supercomputer, planets built to order.
Yeah, Scrabble almost seems normal at this point.
Yeah, it does.
That's what's so great about this book. It plays with our expectations.
Makes us think.
But even if he spells it out, he still needs the answer to make sense of it.
Right, 42.
So the mice come up with another plan.
Another one.
They decide to implant 42 into Arthur's brain.
They're going to do brain surgery to implant a number.
That's the plan.
Wow.
They figure if his subconscious has the answer and a way to express it,
through the Scrabble tiles,
the question will emerge naturally.
So they're making Arthur into a walking Scrabble-playing computer.
Pretty much.
But does it work?
Well, that's the thing. Adams leaves us hanging.
He doesn't tell us.
The book ends with Arthur and Ford going on another adventure.
And the question is still a mystery.
Yeah.
So after all that, we don't get a resolution.
It's unsatisfying in a way.
It is.
But I think that's the point.
What do you mean?
The Hitchhiker's Guide isn't about finding all the answers. It's about the journey.
The exploration.
Questioning everything.
Embracing the absurdity of it all.
Finding the humor in it.
So it's not the destination, it's the ride.
Exactly.
It's a good reminder that some questions don't have easy answers.
And it's okay.
Makes you want to keep searching.
Keep exploring.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's been a wild ride.
Demolished planets, Vogons, towels, the infinite improbability drive, the ultimate question.
If you're looking for a new perspective on life, the universe, and everything,
definitely check out the Hitchhiker's Guide series.
5 books in total.
Full of adventures, characters, and Adam's humor.
Don't panic.
And always know where your towel is.
Until next time.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep laughing.